This is a video on how to use YouTube for screencasting and also how to edit that video. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to be able to go to YouTube right here and then go to your portfolio picture, which is one right here. You'll see that mine has a picture in it. Yours might have actually just the first letter of your name, but just go to that. Click on that and then go to YouTube Studio Beta. Once you're there, I want you to go down on the left-hand side to Other Features. I want you to go to Live Events. You can schedule an event. So over on the left, hit Events and then Schedule a new event. So let's call this Practice for Video. I'm going to give it a name, and I don't have to give it a date or anything like that because I'm going to go to it right now. I'm going to hit Go Live Now on the right-hand side. And it's going to send me to Google Hangouts, which I'm totally okay with. And here I am. So as you see at the bottom here, I'll actually have the percentage come up to let me know when I'm about to be able to get on air. It's going to happen pretty soon. I'm going to be able to start broadcast right here. Now, before I start broadcast, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and have the presentation that I'm going to screen share up. I've got this one up ready to go. I'll just start right here at the front. And of course, I'm going to go back to my live event. To go back to your live event, if you ever need to, you click down here on the Google icons, and you'll see that you're up right there because it kind of it makes a new window. So that's why it just doesn't, it sometimes will kind of delete or leave you and you're like, where is it? It's always down here on this icon. So I'm going to hit Start Broadcast, and that's when I'm going to go live. So this is when the thing is going to start recording, is when I hit Start Broadcast. So I'm going to hit Start Broadcast. Okay. And now I've started the broadcast. So I want to screen share this. So I might make a hello or whatever, but I'm going to start screen sharing this right here. And I can even go to my application windows if I want, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to screen share my whole video. You're going to get this weird thing happening here. I'm going to click off of that and I'm going to go and get my presentation ready. And now I'm going to talk throughout my presentation. Okay. Once I'm done, I go back. Remember that I said click this little Google icon right here. I'm going to stop screen sharing because now I'm finished. It comes back to me. Hello, everybody. I can do an ending if I want to or something like that, but then it comes to the end, it comes to the end of me. And then I'm going to hit stop broadcast, and that's going to be the end of my screencast. Okay. Excellent. So now my screencast has been broadcasted. It's been it's over. So if I go back to YouTube, all right, once we get out of our video and we go back to the YouTube studio, we're going to go back to our video because we want to be able to edit it. And if you see, when you get back, you're going to be on this uploads page, but we did this on YouTube Live. So we're going to hit the live button and we're going to see practice for video down here. Now, you can't just immediately screencast and then immediately get to your video and edit it because it does take a little bit of time processing. This 56-second video actually took me about 2 minutes for it to process. But so you'll wait just a little bit, probably 5 minutes at the most. But then what you want to do is when you click on this, after you've waited a certain amount of time, you'll see the editor section right here. Now, if the editor section is not up there, then you want to just leave it alone, give it a few more minutes, and then come back to it. That's when it's going to be there. So we're going to hit the editor section, and it's going to bring us to this. And here is where I can edit the film or my little screencast so that I can, it doesn't have all the M's and All's in there. I like it because it does have the sound waves down the bottom, so you can kind of see where you've paused, maybe paused too long, or maybe tried over again. The way to do the editing screen is to, wherever you want to trim out of, all you got to do is hit the trim button, And then just, let's see, we're going to hit cancel here. I'm going to just move it just a little bit. It doesn't always do it from the very beginning, but it does, it takes a little time. Then once I hit the trim button out, I'm going to hit split. Now that I've hit split, I can move the section that I want out of it. So here I'm going to start it where I just began talking. Okay. Once I've done that, so I've made that split in there, I've made that. Then I hit preview, and then it remains split. Then I can even go to another one, and I can edit trim, and here I can split from here if I want, and I can move that out. However, if I want to take that little section out. So you can make as many splits as you want. The ones you want to keep, you just hit preview, and they're the ones that you've kept. Of course, you can totally discard changes by coming up here and then hitting discard changes if you think that, oh, I didn't want to do that. Or you can also just move this line back if you want to. So it's pretty easy. It's self-explanatory to some extent. Here I'm going to edit trim here, and I'm going to split just this little bit like that. And I'm going to hit preview. Once I'm done, I'm going to go up to the top, and then I'm going to save, and then I'm going to click save again. And it says the video is being processed, check back later. And that is the thing, is that when you do a video, it does take a little time. So you can't make a screencast, let's say, in the morning and expect it, if you're going to edit it, to show your students at the end. This is something you want to do in a day in advance. It normally takes about a good 5 to an hour, 5 minutes or to an hour to actually see the edited changes. So once you're done with that, you're out of here. I'm going to go back to my studio. It's saving the changes, and I've got that done, and it's now in my videos. And I can always go back to it because right here it says, right here I can click on it, and when I click on it, it shows me my website that I can send it off to. If I like my video, but I want to put it on my Google Drive or something else like that, if I click these three dots right here, I can download it. So then it can go on my computer, and then I can upload it into my Google Drive. So there's a bunch of things that you can do with it. As for me, I'm going to put it into Vizia and actually create polls and things like that, questionnaires and quizzes. So that's how to use YouTube for the studio, for the screencasting software, and for the editing software. All right.